Hello, Oh, is this running? Hold on. Oh, it is. Okay. How's it going, everyone? Oh, man. Okay, I need to get better at this. Thank you for joining. Yesterday, we were having terrible internet problems with my wireless router. I've discovered it's the wireless router. And my terrible internet provider isn't going to be able to give me a new router. So what I did, because I didn't want to miss any streams, I just went out and bought my own router. Problem solved. So I'm running off of a brand new router. Hopefully it doesn't give me any trouble. I don't know if it's the same quality as the one I was running. So I don't know if there'll be any lag or anything like that. We'll just have to see how it goes. Also, I want to take a moment and thank everyone from yesterday who made donations. I missed some of them because of all the troubles we were having. So thank you, Chat Monster, for becoming a member. Let's see, I'm just going to go down the list. Thank you, Sir Gloomy, for your $2 super chat. Javon Baker donated $20 through Streamlabs. Thank you very much for that. Eric Saldana, $10 through Super Chat. Let's see, who else? TR Anthony, thank you very much, TR Anthony. Anonymous, who I believe is the guy Baker, Javon Baker from earlier. Yeah, he was going by Anonymous. And then who else? Pain Guy became a member. I think that's it. Oh, right, there were a few more members. So Dan Harvester, thank you for becoming a member. Henry Flores, John Titor, and Jay Hawk, and Bendigoo's Frey. Thank you all for becoming members. So, yeah, I was all over the place with yesterday's stream, and I decided at the beginning of this one, we'd go ahead and thank everyone. So today we're going to be fighting Tempered Deviljho. I'll probably accidentally call him Arch-Tempered Deviljho at some point, but it is just regular Tempered Deviljho. The funny thing is, though, he feels like an Arch-Tempered fight because he's so tough. He's a real strong monster. Let's jump over to... I don't think he's quite as dangerous, but he just has so much health. Seriously, it's a lot. Let's play... I think Glutton, actually. I want to start with Glutton. What do you guys think? Glutton? What do we have? We have two very different Gluttons. Oh, that one's for Zenitjiva. So we're going to play this Glutton up here. Let's grab an item loadout. This is not a carrying fans match, so anyone can join. There's not going to be any reserved spots. Although I do ask that you don't run twice in a row with me. You know, let somebody else have a turn. And you can actually have more than one run in this live stream because people actually farm this monster for the stream stones, but also for like the tall fangs and other Deviljho parts that allow you to craft new Deviljho weapons. The Deviljho weapons, of course, are fairly well known for being some of the strongest weapons in the game. Victor Antonio says, the TheGameconomist. That's right, I changed my Discord name to TheGameconomist for now. Let's go ahead and post Tempered Deviljho. How's it going, Antonio? Deviljho, huh? Where's this going to be? Okay, so relish the moment. Cool. And for those who don't catch the pun, relish is a type of pickle product. So it's actually a joke. Yeah. Yeah, somebody didn't actually notice that before, and I was like, you didn't know that, huh? Boys Life says, can you help me with regular Val Hazak? I don't know if I can do that right now. I'm in the middle of a Tempered Deviljho live stream. Thank you so much, Victor Antonio. He says, I'm waiting my Light Bowgun 2-hour stream day. You want a Light Bowgun day? We can do a Light Bowgun day. You know, I'm kind of going through the builds. Let me update the snack fund. I'm kind of going through the builds for each weapon. We could do a Light Bowgun day. Yeah, why not? I love Light Bowgun. Light Bowgun is one of my most used weapons. Jump over to the canteen. Paper says you need to be on theme when fighting the pickle. Use a Jagras weapon. That'd be pretty funny, actually. But we're going to be using the Glutton because it's stronger. This is a very long fight, in my opinion. This fight against Tempered Deviljho. So we just want to use whatever's strongest, actually. And maybe we'll be testing that a little bit. Manage items. Let's see. We actually do want to have a trap. We'll do the shock trap. We have more of them. And we'll grab some trank ammo. Alright. Yeah, we want to kill this guy fast. He's a long fight. We have Josh with Terrath Assault Horn, Sif with Wyvern Ignition Impact Greysword, and Faye with Kiar Sword Decay. All good choices. Josiah Rondon says, have you watched the Bob Lazar interview on Netflix? I have not. Let's look at Bob Lazar interview. Here's a YouTube video on it. Oop. He's a physicist, Reverse engineering extraterrestrial technology at a site called S4 near Area 51. What? Alright, very cool. Glutton is technically a Jagras weapon. You're right. It's got Jagras parts on it right there. This is just the upgraded version of it, right? It's a good version. So, actually, I think that I should have jumped here. Rosa says, I'm not talking about farts for once. What? How's it going, Anthony Tran? I gave you a shout out at the beginning of the video because of all the troubles. What? Are these things huge? Wait a second. These seem larger than normal. Are these larger than normal, or is that just me? Wait, are these larger than normal? That doesn't seem right. What's up, Barnos? I gave you and everyone else a shout out at the beginning of the video because I messed it up yesterday night when we were having all those internet problems. Weird. They seem larger. Is it just me? Maybe it's just me. Oh, it's just a regular Barnos hide. Yeah, I don't know. That must be me. Okay, it looks like players have already found them. Let's go ahead and catch up to them. And the fastest way is over here. Michael says, do a face reveal. I don't know, Michael. Hi says, next stream should be a tutorial on how to exist. Ah, yes. Rosa O'Drawing says, I think it's a you problem. What? Oh, we can't grab those mushrooms. We're full. Our inventory's full. Running. We'll go ahead and have our max potion ahead of time. Nuke Spectrum. Oh, Spectrum has been so bad, guys. It really has. I'm very displeased. Every, like, 4 months, without missing a beat, I have some weird internet... Oh, that was so good. I have some weird internet problem. And then it takes them forever to fix it. And it's just like, why do I have you as a service? It doesn't make any sense. Alright. I believe we're supposed to shoot him in the chest right now because he's red. So for those of you who don't fight Deviljho very often, his hit zone values actually change. Man, I should make a fresh Deviljho guide. No, I'm going to save the good guides for after Iceborne launches. Guys, I have so much content planned for after Iceborne comes out. Seriously, like, there's so many types of guides I would normally make that I haven't been making, but that's only because I know that Iceborne's going to come out, and then when Iceborne comes out, that content's going to probably need to be updated, so I figure just wait for Iceborne to come out first. That's where we're doing a lot of kind of like fun filler videos, like 50 tips you didn't know, or not 50, 10 tips you didn't know. I got one that's going to be for brand new players, a guide on all the things you should probably know as a new player, so I got that one in the makings. Oh, still. That looked like some lag right there. Oh, he doesn't like that. Do a cap face reveal. Probably pretty soon. I'm getting, so for those of you who didn't know, I'm getting an iPhone 10. What? I'm like the exact opposite kind of person who would ever have an iPhone 10, but I have one coming to my local Best Buy. I'm going to pick it up there. And yeah, I'll have gone from having a 10 that's, not a 10, a phone that's 10 years old to a phone that's like the most modern, I guess, smartphone, and I will not know what to do with myself. But the point is, I will be able to take pictures of my cat. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I'm supposed to be raising, I'm supposed to be trying to get my subscriber count for my second channel up to 1,000. I tried to stream last night on it, and apparently I'm not allowed to stream until I'm at 1,000 subscribers. They just don't let you. So I'm going to try and get the sub count up to 1,000, including doing some in-chat advertisements for my second channel. You can hit that subscribe button to help me out tremendously. Actually, the link's already in the description of the live stream. You don't have to actually watch the videos even. You know, I get it. If you're not interested in cards, you're not interested in cards. But if you hit that subscribe button, it will eventually unlock the feature for me when I hit 1K subs. So if you guys want to help me with that, please help me with that. I'll be sharing that link soon anyways. Drop that item. Maybe I'll do it every time we beat Deviljho. Pickled Joe. James Dice says, hello Gameconomist, can you test someday if you have an elemental resistance of 1519 that you get not blighted sometimes if you got struck by the elemental attacks? No reason to test it, James Dice. I've played the game long enough to know 19 elemental resist is not enough. You do get blighted. Yeah, you've got to have 20. 20's the cutoff. Yeah, you will absolutely get blighted at 19 elemental resist. I missed a comment. Where'd it go? Victor Antonio says 100,000 sub face reveal is possible. I might do it. Maybe I'll just take a picture or something. I don't know if I want to do like a face camera every time I'm streaming. Whoa. My house is actually very messy. I live in a condo. Condo's a small home with no yard. And what I have set up behind... Oh, I should be paying more attention. I'm sorry. Okay, we had feline insurance though. Behind me, I have a second rig now for all the cards and all the lighting and everything. So where I'm actually recording this is a very messy looking room. And you guys don't want to see that. So I don't know, unless I got like some green screen behind me, but oh God, I do not want to bother with green screen. I'm too lazy. Wait, why am I grabbing rations? There's going to be rations in the chest. I'm so dumb. 100,000 face reveal. Pokemon card reveal. You know it's funny? Last night I opened $100 worth of Pokemon cards, but I haven't released that video to the channel. So you can see what $100 worth of Pokemon card booster packs looks like when that video comes out. Cody says, don't do it. Hand reveal. You misunderstood. Sometimes, not always. If you're under 20, that you get like 50% chance. I'm fairly certain that's not going to affect it. Let me think. No, James Dice, it's 100%. I would know this because it's not an issue of like occasionally something that would have blighted you blights you, or it doesn't blight you. It just always does blight you. Yeah, I would have noticed if you know, something that should have blighted me didn't. I would have noticed that by now. Oh no, help! I'm pinned down. Look at this chubby T-Rex. That's what he is, really. They shouldn't have called it Monster Hunter. They should have called it Dinosaur Hunter, really. That would only be accurate. Economist, thanks for the shout out. I subscribe to your Patreon. Gotta support my favorite streamer. Dude, thank you so much. By the way, Anthony Tran, when you're a Patreon or a patron, you should be given the lucky cat role in the server automatically. Patreon's supposed to do that for me. So let me know if it did that. And if it did, the channel called The Canteen is always where I post the session IDs first. I post it there like 5 minutes early. Sometimes a little less than 5 minutes. But people with basically with the Lucky Cat role get to get into the live stream early anyways. So it's kind of like a special perk for being a Patreon supporter as opposed to a member. So YouTube does memberships. Go away! Oh my God, did I just get rammed by one of these guys? Go away. Will Schmuck says, will you consider doing another Lance build stream since last night ended early? I'll do even a Lance build guide video. It's just a matter of time. Like, there's so much for me to work on, always. There's always a lot for me to work on. Oh, snap. But I was happy to show you guys a Lance build for the Extreme Behemoth and a Lance build for the... Come on now. A Lance build for... Can I... Oh, really? I was out of those, huh? A Lance build for the Arch-Tempered Nergigante fight as well. Get away from me! Is Tempered Deviljho good for stream stones? That is debatable, because he takes so long to kill that I think that some of the regular tempered monsters, or Arch-Tempered monsters, are actually easier. He takes a really long time. I mean, unless you're a speedrunner. If you're doing it in a group, though. Get out of there, soldier! Abort the mission! Oh, we lost Josh. Part's broken. I think we just broke his chest. Sometimes breaking a monster's part makes that part take more damage. Sometimes it makes it take less damage. Isn't that interesting? Speaking of which, speaking of monster parts, you guys can always look up monster hit zone values on palicoparty.com. And the great news is QuipQuip's been working real hard on that build calculator, and she told me it's like basically done. She's sorting it out for any like glitches at this point. And she says other than that it's basically done. I think she mentioned that maybe weakness exploit still needs to be done, but And that's an important skill, but it's actually very close anyways. So, wow, that's exciting. And she wants to keep it updated for Iceborne too. I might be using that in my future videos to decide which weapons are actually doing really high damage. God, dude, this guy just does not stop moving. Alright, he's no longer enraged. Rosa says, if I remember right, 15 only reduces the amount of elemental damage you take, not negate it. Yes, that's right. Same with 15. Same with 19 is what I meant to say. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so distracted. Oh. He flinched and it cost the shot to miss by a lot. Yeah, if you look, the fight's already 10 minutes long. So even though he's not an Arch-Tempered monster, he takes like as long as an Arch-Tempered monster. Shane Crowan says, I'm trying to hunt for the Witcher dual blades and was wondering, is it random the weapon that it unlocks, or does it unlock them all on the first time you defeat him? What? To get the sword and shield, I'm pretty sure you just defeat the regular Leshen and craft it at the smithy. To get the Zerial dual blades, you need to defeat the ancient Leshen enough times to get all the parts needed, and then you craft that at the smithy. So it's pretty straightforward. Fayed says, why do you promote Palico Party so much? Because I'm married to Quick, if you didn't know that. So it's actually her website. Of course I promote it. I'm going to promote her website if she works on it. She's a software developer, if you didn't know. We both went to school for computer science degrees, but I ended up being successful on YouTube, so I'm not a software engineer. She is a software engineer, though, and she's a really good one. She actually, they promoted her as a software engineer, too, like after her first year at the company she works at. Software engineer, too, so she got promoted, like, immediately. 1 year is a very short turnaround time for promotion. She's trying to become an architect. And not a building architect, I should explain. So in software terms, an architect is the person who kind of like decides how the software should be coded, if that makes sense. So like there's the people who write the code, but then there's the person who decides how should the code be, how should we structure the program. And that role is usually somebody who's extremely good at coding already, and then they decide this is the most efficient way to set up the code. So she's trying to become an architect at her job, and she might actually become one in a year or two. And in the meantime, she's working on that website for fun. Poison Gunlance always serves me well against Joe, especially with my sleep cat. What state do you lick? Do you mean live in? I live in the exciting state of Missouri, a state you might not have even heard of, because it's so exciting. Just can't get enough of Missouri. It's actually a very cheap state to live in. I was looking up the places that were cheapest to buy a home, and Missouri, Kansas City actually ranks really high. Well, I live in St. Louis, though. Victor's like, demonetized. Wait, what did I say? I didn't say anything, did I? There we go, KO'd. So we should have captured him already. However, since everyone's just doing damage, I'm just going to keep... Yep, he's gone. Yeah, I'm just going to say it's no point in capturing at this point. Gameconomist promotes Palico Party because it's amazing. That's right. The other thing is my wife has a little bit of an advantage when she's making this website in the fact that I'm able to get on and kind of tell her what needs to be improved. And she's just been working on the calculator because she likes to make stuff. She likes to make stuff. Jamie says, best of luck to her. Yeah, she probably will become a architect. When I was in school, so here's something some of you guys might not have known about me. I was actually voted to become the president of the computer science club of my university. And so I was president of that computer science club for 2 years. And I got to meet basically all of the important computer science students at that school. Like even if they weren't part of the club, I knew them. And she was probably one of the top 5 people who could code. There was at least 2 other guys who were probably maybe better than her. No, one guy was definitely better than her in terms of skill. We had this guy, his name was Brian, or his name is Brian, I should say. He was the previous computer science president. That's how I met him, and I eventually became the president myself after becoming friends with him. And he went off to, oh, here we go, let's check these stream stones. Look at this, we got 2 stream stones. That's nothing. You get that from a tempered. You get that from an arch-tempered fight anyways. So these rewards are not that good. Look at this. Well, you do. I got arranged. They're just okay, guys. Come on. Any arch-tempered fight. But anyways, yeah, so Brian was probably better at coding than my wife, but she was really good. She was like top 5 at least. There was Katie. I'm trying to remember. Katie, Brian. What was his name? There was another guy. This one guy, he was like borderline autistic, but he was like a genius. He was crazy good. What was his name? I haven't talked to him in so long. It's been like 2 years already. I talked to Brian. I don't talk to the other guy. It was Brian's friend, and he's a really sweet man. And he is just like a gifted coder. It is crazy. One time he showed me his code, and it was like he already had a job coding or something. Like we were working on a project. I'm like, hey, I want to see your project. And he had like a book of code, basically, right? And it was shocking to see it. He had done so much more than I'd even considered. Like he had all these tests to see if the software had failed. And I'm like, I didn't even consider that. Why did you write that? I guess he just sits around coding all day. He's a crazy dude, though. So it was him, Brian. Katie's really good. She works for Microsoft now, by the way. And wow, I can't believe I can't remember these guys' names. I remember Katie, of course, because she actually became she was the vice president of the computer science club, so I had to work with her all the time. I'm trying to remember. It was a guy I didn't like. He also works for Microsoft now, but I don't remember his name. Oh, wow, I can't believe I can't remember his name. Yeah, I really didn't like him though. He was a narcissist. This last guy, and he was really good at coding as well. So that's just how it is. You know, you meet people you like, you meet people you don't like. Emperor Shell Blaze. Sticks with the thunder ammo. Let's do sticks with the thunder ammo. Manage items. Yeah, you meet people you like, people you don't like. It's just how it goes. Let's grab a trap. How can I not remember his name? I disliked him so much. And now a few years go by and I can't even name him. We already have the trank ammo. That's good. I'm trying to remember. I can see his face in my mind. I can't put a name to it. All right, relish the moment. You guys ready? Victor Antonio says the best way to farm jewels, definitely the Names of Lavasia quest, which is available right now, I believe. That is the best way. After that, what you could do is you can fight tempered monsters, tempered investigations, and be sure to choose the ones that have the most rewards. Any tips for someone who wants to start coding? Be sure you love math. So coding is not like, it's not directly math, and you can get a coding job that doesn't involve any math at all, actually. So you don't even have to be necessarily good at math. But the thing is, if your brain doesn't enjoy math, it also won't enjoy coding. That's just how it is, because coding is very similar. You memorize a bunch of rules, and then you do a lot of logical thinking with like order of operations for the functions that you're writing. So you're gonna memorize basically. You're going to memorize a computer language, but then you're also going to have to be really good at logic, and it's just a very dry job that you do all day long, sometimes for just 8 hours, just thinking logically. Pure logic for 8 hours. If you enjoy that, you will be a good coder. If you don't like math, you will not like coding. That is my opinion. Lucky for me, I did enjoy math. But then I became a YouTuber. Not a Giraffe says, what do you think of bowguns in Iceborne? I don't know, because I haven't played them. I know that thank you, by the way, for that donation, Not a Giraffe. We know that there have been some changes to them, but we don't know if those changes are final, and they didn't seem like they changed too much, except for the light bowguns, which get the counter wyvern blast, which is a really big buff, actually. It just requires more skill. Microsoft will screw you. Not if you're an employee. Microsoft is a very nice place to work. Pays really well. Katie worked for Boeing first, didn't she? It was Katie and what was his name? I can't remember his name. God, he was so annoying too. Oh, his name started with an A. Oh, I just can't remember the rest of it. That's just how it goes. Oh well. Been using your channel for a lot of guides. I gotta say, good contents, my guy. No problem, Genesis. I'm glad to hear that. Right, we've already got our ammo sorted out. Joe weapons versus Joe. Sword and shield, glaive, longsword, etc. Well, yeah, you could use Joe weapons against Deviljho. He is weak to dragon. All right, I said that I would advertise my second channel, didn't I? Hold on. I'll leave a link to it in the chat every time we win. Copy that. So I'm going to leave a link in the chat. If you guys go and sub to this channel, you don't have to actually watch my videos if you don't feel like it. But at 1,000 subs, you will unlock some new features for my channel, particularly live streaming. So if you want to help me out, feel free to help me out with that. You don't have to. PS Streamers is he says, just subscribe. Thank you so much, man. Hi says he's watching and he's like, what the WTF? I didn't even like him. I don't think he liked me either. I think we both kind of knew. You know what I mean? Like, we were courteous, but we just different personalities, I guess. He was very judgmental. He had a very elitist kind of attitude, and I felt like that was actually very toxic for having leadership positions in a computer science club. So he would kind of beat up on people who were struggling with code. He would beat up on the professors too. We had a professor, she must have been 70. She was extremely old, and she taught low-level programming. Well, not low-level as in easy, but as in computer level. Like, so really, what's the word? Really close to what the computer actually does, like bits, right? Like zeros and ones, right? So she taught those kind of courses, and she was like 70 years old, and that was the cutting-edge stuff of her time. And he makes fun of her all the time, and I couldn't stand it. It was really toxic. It was very immature of him. And so if he was watching and he heard me say that, I wouldn't even feel bad telling him that. Like, it's just inappropriate. Brian wasn't like that. Brian, by the way, went on to get his master's degree in AI. So I don't know what kind of... He works for a university now. I don't know exactly what he does, but he was a smart cookie, man. He got a perfect 4.0 grade, A in every single course, even the hardest courses. It was, like, shocking. Like, the hardest courses, I was lucky to graduate with, like, a C. And then he's just, like, A with every single one of them. It's like, how the F did you do it, man? It's crazy. And some of the courses are so difficult. It's a really shocking, like, very, very high-level math courses. And he's just like, oh, that? Easy stuff. Ooh, I like this. Look at this. This is kind of nice. When you shoot down his face, you actually get really good damage here. Halo Guy says, hey, I like this idea. It's not an arch-tempered finally. Can you do Joe again in the evening this week so I can join? Well, we probably won't do Joe twice in a row, I'm afraid. I wish I did do it that way, but the problem is I try to have some diversity to my content. So today I'll probably have Deviljho, and then I'll want to have something else too, so that players feel like there's something fresh to watch. They don't want to watch 4 hours of Deviljho, you know what I mean? Ouch, I can't believe he got me. I hit the roll button. I can't believe that reached me and killed me. Oh my god, dude. That one-shot me. I always underestimate this guy. I feel like he's not going to be that tough because he's not a arch-tempered, he's a tempered. And then he's one-shotting me over here. Jesus Christ, man. Don't worry, no farts today. Holy smokes, man. That's a lot of damage. Fireproof mantle, temporal mantle. We'll put on the temporal. Shoot, I should have just been wearing the temporal from the very start. Alright, you'll notice I didn't refresh my stamina. It's because it doesn't really affect bowguns too much. Do a full stream of just Dodogama. People might watch that. As a joke. They might tune in. Maybe what I'll do is a Dodogama stream on like a PC mod where the fight's actually edited so that he's really tough. That would be cool. There's some PC mods that they edit the difficulty of the quests. Uh-oh. Darn. Is there any frames on your roll or the dodge with the bow, or do you simply just have to move out of the hitbox range? Great question, Jamie B's. There are iframes on the rolls. They're very small iframes, which means that you have to roll perfectly. And that's especially true if you're trying to use a hop. So hops have even smaller iframes than the full roll. Like here's a full roll. Oh, that's a hop actually. There's a full roll. So full rolls have even better iframes than the hops. And if you're using like the lance or the gun lance, your timing on the hop has to be so precise. Unless you build for a Vade window. Now, if you build a Vade window, that's a different story. If you build a Vade window, you can really increase your iframe. I should look into exactly how long though. I would love to know that actually. That's the kind of stuff that only data miners would know. Ouch. Fire mantle. Take this off real fast. Rob's like, I would watch you fight anything, to be honest. Brooks says, do you have any advice for school considering this was my first day? 10th if that matters. What kind of school are we talking about? Are we talking about high school or are we talking about college? Because I was actually homeschooled and I probably don't have the best detailed advice on high school education. What I can tell you is that the only thing that mattered for my education is math. Really everything else is not that challenging. Something tells me, so if you have trouble with writing in English, I don't know what to say for you. You're going to struggle in life because those are pretty fundamental skills in my opinion. If you can't write and read really well, go read more and go write more. Like seriously, just go out and write a book or something. And then when it comes to math is probably harder to learn than English. I mean, it just is because it's technically more complicated. So if you spent all your time getting good at math and finding ways to enjoy a difficult thing to do, you're going to do well in life. If you have trouble writing, you're probably not going to get the best paying job. And if you have trouble with math, you're probably also not going to have a lot of access to good paying jobs. There is some advice I give guys. I tell them, don't worry about girlfriends at all. Focus entirely on your career. Because what you want to do is by the time you're out of college, you want to move straight into a high quality job. And when you have a high quality job, you get access to all the high quality women. That's right. When a girl is like, you know, she's pretty and she's smart and she's a nice person, she kind of knows it. And she knows that she should have a husband who's also a high quality husband. And so if you're this guy who's like maybe working at Taco Bell and you don't have a nice family and you don't make any money, you don't have any prospects, you're just not going to get a good wife. It's just how it is. You're going to get a wife who's kind of like you, doesn't really have anything going on in life. And it's kind of, there was a lot of articles written on this issue where people who already are wealthy end up marrying people who are wealthy. Well, it's true like for people who already kind of have a good career, they end up marrying people who have a good career. So I was finishing my computer science degree, my wife was finishing her computer science degree, so it's no surprise that we married each other because we know how difficult it is to accomplish a degree of that kind, and we knew that we both have good job prospects, and that's just part. Oh, and there you go, I died a second time. Wow, this guy's wrecking me, dude. I'm talking so much, but that's all me. I just need to play better. Thanks for the answer. I do some more research into it. I'm too used to Dauntless with their forgiving iframes. No problem, man. Oh my god, I'm changing equipment. Should have the Rocksteady mantle, I think. Google moderation team is deleting my comments. What do I do? There's nothing you can do, Minx. Google has a monopoly on free speech. Sir Varg says, why do you have 3 pieces Energiva with the Styx light bowgun? Hey, that's a great question, Sir Varg. This must be a terrible build, and I should go fix it. Also, are these Barnos larger? They look larger. Someone say the men who like PP word. The return of Cartconomist. That's right. I'm back. Wow, I'm playing really crap right now, and it's probably because I'm doing a lot of thinking about, you know, trying to answer that one question. Triple cart is coming, guys. The triple cart's on the way. Now, let's try to finish this fight up before anyone else dies. If someone else dies, it's entirely my fault. Because I took 2 of the lives. I mean, I really shouldn't even be taking 1 of the lives. Should be easy. Last week, my saved game got corrupted, and your guys got me back about a quarter of what I used to have. Sweet, man. Glad to hear that. Pew Pew goes to school. Oh yeah, I've heard about all the anxiety about going back to school because of school shootings and everything. Isn't that crazy? So... that was another thing you never worried about when you were homeschooled. So the real problem with my homeschooling was that it just wasn't that educational, but it's like I definitely never worried about things like school shootings. It just, you know, it's not going to happen. Oberrun, which ones? Never read that. Like, what? What's he saying? Do you have a very good build for light bowguns? No, I have only very bad builds for light bowguns. I think you're struggling causing you're giving life advice and not getting your hunt on. That's true. Yes. I'm talking about what to do and what not to do with life. I think when I was younger, you know, I was actually kind of worried about dating. I would have spent more time worrying about my career, not dating, because the career was actually the secret key to getting a good partner was actually just having a good career. Oh my god. That was almost the triple cart right there, right? Mega potion time. Let's put him to sleep. You're a cutie, uwu. Oh, nope, 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 not what I'm trying to do. Oh no! Oh my god, I'm missing these shots too. Is he weak to thunder? Yes. Yes, he is. Devil Joe's weak to thunder, for those who didn't know. Okay, that was pretty easy. A little nervous. Alright, he is about to die. That's what I thought. When's the Dirt Dodo preservation stream? Nice job, everyone. Not me. Living in a healthy democracy means the population must be able to fight back against any forms of tyranny. I agree. So, Minx, what do you think? Should we give everyone grenades and bazookas? What do you think, Minx? Should I be able to buy bazookas at the local Walmart? I think a bazooka would help me fight back against, you know, the tyrannical government. Let's go ahead and see what rewards we got. We got Bolt Jewel, Venom Jewel, and 1 Streamstone. That's actually pretty bad rewards in my opinion. Kuramori says, do you prefer the old version of Wyvern Snipe or the new single burst version in Iceborne? Oh, is there no other version? The old version might still exist, Kuramori. I think what you were looking at was a Wyvern Snipe mod that changed it into a single shot. Ming says, ask the people of Vietnam, Afghanistan, and more about able to suppress armed military. Minx is like, yes. I don't know, Minx. I think telling people they can buy bazookas and grenades is almost definitely not a good idea. It just, where do you want to stop, Minx? How about nuclear arms? Should civilians buy nuclear arms? What if I was a millionaire and I wanted to own a nuclear bomb? Can I own a nuclear bomb? Alright, let me go ahead and change the... So I think if you say yes to, like, people buying bazookas in the real world, that's when you stop losing... That's when people start looking at you funny. They start going, I don't know about that. Fade window and health boost. That's tempting. I mean, we don't need crit boost, though. Well, that's tempting. All right, we'll take that and take these legs. I will look into the chat room in a second. I'm going to fix this build first. Attack boost. Oh, we still have 2 levels of crit boost. Where's that coming from? One from the helmet. Where's the other one coming from? From the legs. Oh, Draken Greaves give crit boost, of course. Jamie says, only if you do it to wipe out the Jagras population. Red Rex says, the Subnautica development team said that G2A owes them $300,000 for reselling game keys. What? I have no idea what that's about. Mink says, some billionaire is the energy sectors actually do own a nuclear weapon. Most is non-functional, but they own the means and reactors. Minx, you didn't answer the question. If Gameconomist one day became a millionaire, should I be allowed to buy a nuclear bomb? Let's go ahead and put on Empress Greaves Alpha. What if Gameconomist bought a nuclear bomb, and then one day he's like, you know what would be crazy? Since I've got cancer anyways, and I'm going to die soon, what if I just got mad and blew something up with this nuclear bomb? What if I did that? I mean, I'm dying anyways. Might as well go out with a bang, you know? My constitutional rights are that I can own a nuclear bomb, so who's going to stop me? Alright, so we got weakness, exploit, max might 3. That's probably overkill. Let's check. Yeah, that's overkill. We don't need a 3rd level of max might. Okay, and let's see. Probably Thunder 2. 1, 2. And then we're left with 2 decoration slots, huh? Tell you what, let's make this mighty. And we're going to drop the mighty jewel from the other slot. And then this awakening charm's going to be traded out with... Since I don't really need anything else, it's the truth. We're going to trade that out with wide range. And then this is going to be the release decorations. Alright. Alright. So we're at 51% affinity with the weakness exploit. Attack boost 4, thunder attack 2. We got razor sharp, we got crit element. This build is much better than the previous build, and wide range means I can give everyone might pill. Where did I pull this from? Right here? We're overwriting that, because that build was poo-poo. Let's go ahead and try this again. Try this build again. Relish the moment. I think the nuke argument is pretty weak, says Butchie Mac. What? What are you talking about? Nuclear bomb is around $2 billion. Vincent says, so yeah, if you're a millionaire, you'll still have to spare some. I mean, you can pull out a loan. And besides, let's say I was just changed the argument to say I was a billionaire. Maybe somebody who has a nuclear bomb, he doesn't mind selling it for less than it's worth to me, because he knows I'm going to use it. Hi TGE, nice to see you and thanks for your vids. And question, what do you think about Switch Axe? What's the purpose and the real place of this weapon in Monster Hunter World? Switch Axe is a weapon that's really strong at standing in place and dealing big damage, especially in a wide horizontal kind of like group. So like the way it clears out Jagras, but just the fact that it stands in place and does very high damage if it doesn't get interrupted. If it gets interrupted, the damage falls off really fast then. So your ability to stand in place is what makes the weapon good. It has a limited mobility. It has a limited ability to evade in particular. Why would anyone really need a nuclear bomb other than for the purpose of a countermeasure against other people with nuclear bombs? Mark Davis says it's not like you can just walk in and get a gun without a permit. My father applied to get a gun license and it took half a year of background checks. Does he really have cancer? I do not have cancer. No. I was presenting an argument. I do not have cancer. Someday I may have cancer. I'll let you guys know. But right now I do not. As far as I know. Why would he say he has cancer if he doesn't have cancer? Why would anyone lie about that? Justin, I wasn't lying about it. I was presenting a thought argument to Minx. Minx was saying that we should be allowed to buy bazookas and grenades as citizens because of the Second Amendment. And I was saying, all right, well, where's the line? What if I wanted to buy a nuclear bomb? And then I presented a case where I said, well, what if I'm about to die because I'm like an old man with cancer and I just felt like using the bomb before I go, right? 'Cause there was the Las Vegas shooter who killed like 60 people and injured like 500. And he did that with bump stocks or whatever they're called. And he did that from the hotel. And people don't know why he did it. And I suspect the reason he did it is because he's old. When you're old and you've tasted everything life can offer you, you're like, well, what haven't I done? I guess I haven't shot a whole group of people before. I'll do that. And then you die, right? And you're like, I'm out. See ya. So it's very tricky saying, yeah, private citizens should be, any private citizen with the means should be allowed to own a nuclear bomb. You present the nuclear bomb case the way you present tax cases for people who believe, oh, taxes are too high, or oh, taxes are too low. You say, to the conservatives, you say, well, what if we made the taxes 1% of all income? Is that okay? And to the Democrats, you present a case where you say, what if taxes were 99%? And it forces them to see that there's actually a more subtle and nuanced line in the middle somewhere that you're supposed to be at. And that their case that, oh, taxation is bad, oh, taxation, socialism is good, right? Their sweeping belief in those things are not good for them. It's similar to the people who believe that the Second Amendment is so strict that it's like, you should never question it. Everyone should have access to everything. It's like you just bring it up to the case of nuclear arms. You say, well, where do you draw a line? Do you draw a line at nuclear arms? And a lot of people, when they're pressured with that, they have to admit that there is a line because it would be nonsense to tell private citizens they could have nuclear arms because somebody's going to use it to blow up a whole state or more, whatever, however large the bomb is. And the idea that you could just give one person a nuclear bomb to make a decision of their own with, it just holds the whole world at hostage. And people aren't rational. People are very irrational. So the idea that, oh yeah, we're going to give Josh here, I said Josh because Josh is right in front of me. We're going to give Josh here a nuclear bomb, and when he's 60 and he has brain cancer and he doesn't like, I don't know, he doesn't like some place, he's not going to use it? Come on, man. There's a fairly good chance he might decide to use it, especially if he's a bad person. I'm not saying Josh is a bad person, though. Josh, you're great. But that's the problem. Saying, okay, yeah, everyone should have as much firepower as they can have. It's a dangerous proposition, in my opinion. I'm just here for the comments, says Carlos. Old people don't go around shooting people because they've seen it all, though. That's not true. The Las Vegas was an old man, and yes, he killed like 60 people. So that argument's not true. Taxation is theft. Mezmezi. Rory says Second Amendment was also made when people were using flintlock rifles. Right. But, I've heard that argument as well. That's a Democratic argument, and it goes somewhere along the lines of the Founding Fathers only intended for you to have weapons of this power. That's not what the Second Amendment says. Second Amendment's, the whole point of it, the idea behind it, is that you should be able to go to war with your government, essentially. You should be able to fight a tyrannical government. That was the point of the Second Amendment. So the conservatives' argument is that, well, if you take enough of our guns away, we won't be capable of doing that, and this is directly against our Constitution. The point of our Constitution is to make sure a government can't do that. So that's the conservative side of the argument. But the question is, how much power is too much power, right? And a lot of people right now are, there's been a lot of mass shootings, and people are asking, okay, maybe we should limit the power more. That's what they're arguing. The Democrats want this much, the conservatives want that much, and nobody seems to really agree on the amount. Conservatives say, heck no. And some conservatives like me say, yeah, people should have bazookas, which is, to me, just a very terrible idea. I mean, the guy who shot up the Walmart, if he had a bazooka, he would have just blown up the Walmart, and the casualties could have been far, far worse, especially if he had grenades, too. Could you imagine if he walked in with a rifle and the first thing he does, he tosses a few grenades, cash registers, he walks around with his gun shooting people? I mean, the casualties would just be much higher and much worse, too, in their nature. A bullet wound is already pretty bad. I mean, an explosion from a grenade, you're definitely missing limbs. You're going to definitely have brain damage. So, yeah, saying that citizens should have grenades is just... What it does is it makes that person's arguments, it exposes that person's arguments as perhaps being a bit out of touch, right? It shows that they're being fundamentalist in their thinking, and that's a very scary thing to do. You have to realize when you're the one being a fundamentalist, you have to be capable of realizing that. And when you have like a cult and they want like some crazy things, you're like, wow, I can't believe anybody would want that. It's fundamentalism. And anyone can be fundamentalistic in their ideas and their beliefs. So you have to make sure you're not being fundamentalistic. Woo! We dodged it. How's it going, Gozu THC? Maybe change subject back to Monster Hunter stuff. The political stuff is not fun to hear about. I like the political stuff, and I'm the host. What are you going to do about it? Mink says, Vlad Tepe or Genghis Khan wasn't either, but they were heroes and conquerors to his people. Shared heroes as the stepping stones of a strong country. A strong country. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think referencing people who did a lot of horrible things... it's just kind of like this argument that, like, yeah, if we were just like Genghis Khan, we would be great. I don't necessarily think that's true anymore. Like, back then was a long, long time ago. People didn't have the internet. You know, nowadays when somebody does something, you can document it on the internet, right? So, like, Assad in Syria, he's never going to be great historically because everyone knows what happened in Syria. Chemical attacks, you know, whatever the number is, like 300,000 people dead, whatever this giant number. And it's recorded now. That's not true in the past, right? You didn't get to see war crimes. People record war crimes now in the year 2019. So it's harder to get away with that kind of stuff. You see what I'm saying? It's like, oh yeah, but I won. It's like, yeah, but everyone sees the war crimes you committed, and nobody wants to be associated with that. Nobody wants to support it. You know? So one of the things about ruling these days is people actually kind of do have to like you. A little bit. Doesn't seem like it, but yeah, it's a little bit true in a democracy anyways. And if you're suggesting we get rid of a democracy, that's a totally different argument. But I don't think any country has created the kind of wealth that democracies have. China's probably your best bet, but you know, people leave China all the time to come to the West because they want democracy. I'm getting a hammer icon tattoo. Hell yeah. Oh, snap. I just got hit by that. Let's go ahead and eat this Mega Potion. Actually, we need to have a Nullberry as well because we're going to lose out a lot of damage with the Dragon Blight. Oh, you got shot. Oh, we rolled it. The winners wrote the history, then yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, in the past they did, but in the future, everyone has a camcorder now. So things are different now. It's harder to write the history when everyone has a camcorder. See what I'm saying? Every single person does. Almost everyone. Mink says, I'm not a conservative, I'm a socialist, and I understand that any democracy is subjected to tyranny, and the only means is arming the people. Right, I don't think we disagree on whether people should be allowed to have handguns, but the question is, is there some solution to the mass shootings? And I feel like the mass shootings that we had over the last weekend shows that we do have a problem in America with mass shootings. And I think everyone right now should be very open-minded to solutions to that. And not just say, hey, my guns. You know what I mean? The whole Venezuelan thing, you know, there's a lot more problems in that country than just the guns got taken away. There's a lot of things going on. Their overinvestment in just a very small market of like oil, basically. That was like their main export. And then what happened? The wealthiest country in the world, America, came in and said, hey, we're not going to buy oil anymore. We're just going to make our own oil and we'll sell oil to the world. And then all of a sudden, Venezuela didn't have anything to sell. America doesn't really have that situation. We have a lot of... Oh, that's going to hurt. We have a lot of things to sell in America. Oh, please don't hurt me. I can't see what he's doing. Alright, we're good. Mezzy says, yeah, but the thing about Genghis is that he did war crimes and he did it openly, and the winners always do war crimes, and the thing is that it's pretty simple to silence someone. I mean, look, Mezzy, we already know him today as a guy who committed war crime. Are you advocating for some guy to go in, slaughter a bunch of people, you know, for glory and for whatever, and then to go around, you know, raping a bunch of women? Is that what you're advocating for? Because if you do, what's going to happen is a group of well-civilized men are going to say, nah, if you do that, we're going to put you in jail. That's what's going to happen. So Genghis Khan wouldn't get away with what he's doing today in a civilized society. And that's the point. We're supposed to become a civilized society. That's what everyone's aiming for. Like, what's the point of having a strong society if it's not a civilized society? Solutions shouldn't involve more laws. Criminals won't follow the laws. I mean, if that were true, why don't we just decriminalize everything if laws don't work? See? So that argument doesn't work. Laws actually do deter crime. That's a common fallacy that laws don't deter crime. Similarly, when people say, well, if you criminalize abortion, women will just have them in secret. Some will, but a lot of them will just not have them. So that argument is flawed. And then conservatives make the argument, well, if you make guns illegal, people will just get them. We dodged it. Conservatives make the argument, if you make guns illegal, well, the bad guys will still have guns. And again, no, some of them won't. Some of them will decide not to. The state of U.S. mental health access mixed with xenophobic and patriotic spouting from Trump is the main reason I'm not for wider access to firearms. The state of U.S. mental health. Uh-oh. We in a bad state? Xenophobic and patriotic. I think that the conservatives would disagree and not say... they would argue that they're not xenophobic and that patriotism is important for a country. So if you try imagining yourself living in a country where nobody in the country is patriotic, would you really want to be in that country? Because that sounds like a dangerous country to me. Mr. Nunwa says, correlation is not causation. Just being old doesn't always create cynical people who want to cause mass deaths. Oh, of course not. But I'm saying that we do have evidence of a man who's older who committed a mass shooting of a really famous bad one. So saying that old people don't do mass shootings is not a very strong argument. That's what I was saying. Frankie Cutlass says, if you couldn't trap Deviljho like an elder, he might be one of the hardest hunts. Certainly one of the longest. He takes a long time, man. I actually think this lightning ammo is kind of convenient against him, because you don't have to deal with the tremors as much. How do you feel about criminal justice reform, specifically the decriminalization of victimless crimes? I think that we should not have privatized jail systems. I think that was a mistake. It's just, it gives too much of an incentive for companies to have laws where people get put into jail for crimes that aren't really worth going to jail for. And they might be lobbying the politicians to make these laws. So I would say we should get rid of the privatized jail system, even if it ends up costing us a little more. It's about maintaining like trust with the criminal system, criminal reform system, maintaining trust. Parenting is part of the problem more often than not, says Fetty. I actually agree with that. I think that good parenting can help. On the other hand, Fetty, my parents were extremely bad. Extremely bad. I left when I was 17. One of them got in trouble with the law. I didn't break any rules. I have no criminal history at all. So, and they weren't great parents. So I don't know what to say about that. Sometimes I think it's just the person, I just don't choose to, it's not like my parents have me on puppet strings going, now, Gameconomist, you will commit crimes because of our past actions. It's not like that. I had opportunities to steal stuff, to do drugs, to hurt people, and I just didn't. And I think that every individual person has to make that choice, and you should make a good choice, a smart one. And maybe that's the problem. People aren't that smart. Casso Apprentice says, there's already 20,000 laws on the books. Still mass shootings occur. Laws strip law-abiding citizens of their rights. Yes, I agree with that, but we also need a solution because the mass shootings do occur. So present a solution. That's what I would say to that comment. Also, just stating the number of laws we have doesn't really matter if they're not effective. What we need is an effective law. Mark Davidson says they still will have the problem with... What? That's a long comment. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Can you cluster bomb tempered Deviljho like tempered Lavasia? We probably can, actually. It probably would be a bit faster. Probably a lot faster. I need help with tempered Deviljho. Can I join? Daniel, I don't... it's a first come, first serve basis. So it's just whoever's in the session, is going to get to play tempered Deviljho. I don't like to boot people. I've thought about implementing a rule where you get one run and then you leave. But some monsters like Kov Taroth and tempered Deviljho, you might want to farm them a bit. So we're not going to have that rule here. If people here want to fight them, they're welcome to fight them more than once with me. Drink a cold drink. Let's go ahead with this shock trap. Doot. How do you measure the effectiveness of these laws, though? James Dice says, so I should use cocaine, heroin, or other hard drugs because they are useful tools for... What are you guys talking about? Lance next run. Matt Relic wants a Lance. I think we could do Lance. Alpha says, don't do cluster runs. It's not going to be viable in Iceborne anyways. I agree it's not going to be viable in Iceborne, but that just means that you need to get your cluster runs in now. Frankie goes, where's Walla to stop this political talk? Look at all these rewards. Oh my god, we got 1 streamstone. Come on, guys. It says that the rewards are streamstones. That's pretty sparse, in my opinion. Ming says, the laws aren't there just for deterrent. Many are to make sure you're imprisoned and going through rehabilitation. That was the original thought of the jail system. Freddy says, the 4 dislikes on this video are anti-free speech. Changed my mind. And Red Rex Rules just pings me. He just says Gameconomist. Message retracted. Why won't cluster runs be viable in Iceborne? That's because the cluster bombs are going to be nerfed. We don't know if they're not going to be viable. They probably will be. They probably just won't be as OP as they currently are. Red Rex Rule says, I got no streamstones. Wow, that's what a ripoff, man. The rewards say that it's supposed to give streamstones. Devin says, what do you think of the upcoming election? Think Trump will get another term? I think that it will be very close, actually. I think whatever Democrat wins, it's not really going to matter what they're offering. There's going to be a bunch of people who just hate Trump, and that's going to be enough for them to go vote against him. And then there's going to be a bunch of conservatives that are so scared to lose Trump, they're going to go vote for him. So I think that the country is deeply ideologically divided in how they see the way that America should be. And it's going to be a very close election either way. It's a very close election. Please explain why clusters are going to be power creeped. They're not going to be power creeped. They're going to be nerfed. All right, so hold on. Somebody wanted a Lance build. Spoiled Milk, he says, I can't stay for the stream due to work, but here's a donation towards the Better Internet Fund. Oh, man, you have no idea, Spoiled Milk. I might be swapping over to a different provider because it's just ridiculous. Every 4 months, I have to call these guys out, it feels like. And that's just too much, like 3 times a year, because their internet's failing, and they always respond slowly. You always have to wait a few days, and it's just, I'm going to die. I went out and I bought a router from Walmart so that I could do these streams. That's how frustrating this is. And now I just have an extra router, I guess. Let's go ahead and change equipment. Raw dog. Oh, I don't have the Lance builds on this account. I don't have it. Mr. Nunwa says, what different maps would you want to see in Iceborne? I would love to have kind of like a pine tree map where it's not snowy. So they've got a snowy map, but it's densely covered in snow. I would love to see what it looks like through the seasons. Could you imagine a through the seasons map? That would be neat. Thanks for the donation, Mr. Nunwa. Category Lance. Perdition's Hand. Oh, isn't he? Hold on. I'm going to take a look at this guy real fast. I know he's weak to... Oops. I know he is weak... Oops. I'm clicking all the wrong buttons. I know he's weak to Dragon Element. He's all the way back here, huh? Physiology... Okay. Huh. So he is affected by sleep quite a bit. I love talking about these subjects. That's why I'm so animated. Kiara K, huh? You know, I am going to go to palicoparty.com because I want to know, are his legs... I want to know the difference, like, where are the weak hit zones to the dragon damage? Because I know he's also weak to thunder. Here he is. Alright. Does it flip or something? Water, thunder, dragon. Okay. So dragon... Wow, so dragon and thunder are basically the same. It has the same hit zone values for dragon and thunder. They're exactly the same. You could use either dragon or thunder on him. Interesting. And the hit zone values... They basically... The chest and the body are the best hit zone value, but not for, like, sever... Sever damage is terrible on the body and the arms. Sever damage... Wow. Huh, so it's I'm just looking at this. I'm trying to decide my build here. How would you feel if we got an ice variant of Kulvtaroth? That would be okay. It wouldn't upset me. Why don't we try using Fiendish Tower on this fight? I'm curious. What's the build going to look like? I think it is going to be Wrath Soulhelm here. And what will surprise you is down here is going to be Azure Star-Lord Tassets. Right? And then... Can we actually still get Master's Touch? Because I would actually like to have Master's Touch. Well, why wouldn't I just have the chest in that case, I wonder? We're just going to put together a strange build. We'll keep the Emperor's Greaves. We'll put Handicraft on. So we have Handicraft 4, which is actually a large white sharpness bar. Kaiser Van Braces. How about instead of Kaiser Van Braces, we have a set we never ever use called the Val Braces. Ooh. Oh, it stops at 280 though. Was that not necessary? Oops, hold on. Oops, hold on. Oh, okay. Dragon 1. Let's try this. Dragon 2, does that max it? When can we expect the next Pokemon card video? Also, don't forget to promote the channel. Right. So I'll probably do another video tonight. I actually have 2 videos ready. They just need to be edited. And I'm thinking about trying to edit them for the first time rather than just directly posting them. This is the channel, by the way, guys. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. If you want to help me with that, feel free to help me with that. Right. So let's go ahead and put in one more level of... I never test this with this lance because I never bother building the dragon damage. Yeah, so it maxes out at 70 and there's no reason to have 3 levels of it. However, it's still... I suppose it's still efficient. I don't know. I think we'll just end up with the Draken Fan Braces. Alpha Azure Tacet. Handicraft Charm's probably going to be necessary. Let's see if we can get Crit Boost. Crit Boost. This is no Master's Touch, and I don't know what how that'll feel. It might actually be pretty bad. Ah, 75% affinity is just bad. What we need is to finish off Crit Eye. But there's no point in finishing it off Crit Eye unless we also have Master's Touch. I'm just playing around with builds. I know you guys are probably waiting for me to start up. And actually, this is going to be the Gamma. Okay, Let's try that instead. Tenderizer 1. Max Might. Might 3. Thinking about what else we could get into the build. 45%, huh? So if we got attack boost 4, we would be full. This is always the trouble with the Deviljho weapons, is if you want to have that 100% affinity, you're going to play with no health boost. This is how it's going to go. Look at that. We got it. We got crit element on the dragon element, 591 attack, white sharpness, 100% affinity. It actually should be pretty strong. Let's go ahead and post. Let's see how it plays out, though. Might not be easy to play this. Might get rickety wrecked. We'll probably leave this behind. We'll go ahead and bring shock trap and trank bombs. All right. Health regen and affinity. Soft soil. Do fortitude instead of vitality because you know you'll cart. What are you talking about? Not even once. Oh, you know what I didn't think of though? No guard up. You don't need 4 mighty jewels. Thank you. Dragon is at 18. Oh, you're right. There are 4 of them. Thank you. We're going to go with guard up. Perfect. Four mighty, the new 4 Wex. No guard on Fiendish Towers meta. I can't wait for useless max might. You guys are funny. Uwu, what I miss, senpai? Wish the ancient Leshen fought Deviljho, the eater of pickles. What? Guard up is overrated. Who needs to guard the breath anyways? We'll just hop through it. Easy. Easy hop. Oh, looks like he's right here, ready to fight. Brrr! We'll start with the temporal mantle, actually. Perfect. Ow. Oh my god, I can't believe none of that hit. No, stay here, Deviljho. There we go. Nice. Wow, we lost white sharpness like in a few hits there. I wonder if I should consider the razor sharp skill instead. Okay, that hurts. Alright, and I don't have any nullberries. Awesome. Freaking sweet. Luckily, this weapon still has a lot of raw damage, so it won't matter. Wow, we lost white sharpness again. See, this is why when people are like, oh yeah, you can get by with 1 white sharpness, check this out, we got even more damage on this build. It's kind of annoying. It's kind of like, yeah, I guess if I landed every shot perfectly, I would maintain that white sharpness. This Dodogama, run, Dodogama! Oh, he's ragdolling that Dodogama. I did die! What the the Dodogama killed me. I was on your team, Dodogama. Oh my god. I can't believe he killed me. I wasn't even looking at him. I was looking at the Deviljho. Oh, I don't know, guys. I think this build's pretty rough. Losing white sharpness right away. Alright. Oh, that's just sad. We have no traps now. The Dodogama kills me. Here we go. Let's see if I don't die a second time. Wait. Where did he go? He left to the next area. Let's go find him. Get rid of Max Might for handicraft. You might be right. I think I agree, actually. That's something I've been thinking about as well. I've also thought about doing Razor Sharp rather than Master's Touch because the Xeno'jiiva Gamma set is so efficient. Ouch. Wow. You know, I hear about how good this lance is, but I feel like it's so expensive. I shouldn't have gone for it. You know what? I just shouldn't have gone for the elemental crit element skill. I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I could get crit element too? But that's because I'm trying to justify... I think it's because I'm trying to justify taking this... Oh, look at that. I lost the white sharpness already. I'm trying to justify taking this over... the Terith Crest Claw, which is probably what I should be using right now. When he does that squat, it's because we've hit a certain damage threshold to cause him to have to fall down like that. You have to damage his legs to do that. Oh, I didn't even realize that was an attack. He's not already limping. No, he's exhausted. That's what's going on. Is he gonna eat them? You're not allowed to eat them. Two, three. Poke, 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 poke. It was good when Joe was new. As of right now, it's not meta anymore. Yeah. Alright, so his zone values have changed and his legs are no longer a good target. Ouch. Oh man, he's gonna kill me. Run! Did you try drugged meat against him yet? You know, I've never gotten that. I've never tried it against him. Yeah. I've always just fought him like normal. Look at that, we stole them out from the lance. Not the lance, from the insect glaive. Oh, snap. So when he's jumping, you do have to hold on. I forgot about that. It's a good thing I had full, full stamina. What? Come on. Wait, I should be aiming for the chest. Wow, the chest is such a small target. Hit it there. Yeah, I don't think the max might is actually staying active very long. Oh! That hurts. He was just squished. Let's go ahead and sharpen. Drugged meat next run, please. Oh no. I don't want to get in trouble. Will that make him become relish? Yes. If he eats the drugged meat, he becomes relish. Peak performance is good with the lance. Not a big fan of peak performance. I like agitator. Oh man, he moves so much, it feels like you can't keep up with them. Like, the moment he turns around like that, you're gonna miss out on a lot of damage. Bruce says, would you say the build you're using now is the best for the lance? No, not at all. No, not at all. This is an experimental build. We're hitting pretty high numbers on his chest, but I mean, we lose white sharpness too fast. That's just how it is. We're losing our sharpness really fast, even with Master's Touch. And that's because Max Might definitely is not keeping us high enough affinity. We're reliant on it for like 30% affinity. Oh, that was nice. Ouch. He's limping. Come on, Deviljho. Shinji says Asians. Nice job. Let's drop this boulder. We'll drop this boulder. Green Tortoise says, you reckon when Joe eats Dodogama, he pops? No. Is the latent power useful? I would say not. It's too easy to just build weakness exploit. We got a Wyvern gem. Why do we get a Wyvern? Do we get a Wyvern gem from the Dodogama? That's weird. That's really strange. I want to try a different build with the Deviljho Lance. Dragon Razor says, do not let him, the Dragami is not like the old version. It only attracts other monsters, not as effective as in Monster Hunter GU. What a good set of armor for Longsword. A good armor set, the Draken armor set, and the Teostra Gamma armor set. Not a fan of that whole setup. Let's instead go with the Handicraft Charm. And let's see, we could keep Master's Touch, I suppose. I mean, we could just retry this build, but with Master's Touch. I'm sorry, with Handicraft. We'd have Handicraft 4. Trying to make my mind up here. So that's what we would get with that setup. I'm curious though if we went with a slightly different setup. Oops. It's energy of a spine. There it goes. There we go. It's crit boost 3, but do we actually have crit boost 4? No, actually we have crit boost 3. Okay. See, I wonder if just having Razor Sharp would hold on to that sharpness long enough that it didn't really matter. We can still add 1 level of Mighty. 2 levels of Mighty, in fact. We can add 2 levels of Dragon. And 2 levels of Iron Wall. Huh. Well, that just seems like a better build because we were losing our white sharpness immediately anyways. What do? We gave up 1 level of max might, but we gained 2 levels of dragon attack, and we're going to maintain white sharpness longer. Oh, but our affinity is only 55%. Oh, we lost crit eye. That's what we lost. We lost crit eye. Oh, snap. I was like, why are we affording all this? Let's pick up crit eye. Crit eye is pretty important. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many do we have now? Just 4. 5, 6. Okay, so technically we lost 15% affinity. But we're going to maintain white sharpness. Let's try it out. Right, he's over here. I don't think I'm going to like this build much better. I don't know how good the item loadout here for this one's going to be. Is this a non-behemoth build? Yes. Are we getting Savage Deviljho and Iceborne? Possibly. Maybe we'll get a different Deviljho. Why's it gotta be Savage? I'll stand up for a moment and stretch. Daltor plays. He says, "Take this, Pickle Boy." Let's see what MX is. Hold on. I think that is... Yes, it is. Okay. Nice, man. Thank you very much for the donation. Let's update that snack fund. Daltor plays. Imagine using the gun lance instead of the lance. He's drugging the pickle. Hi, I'm back. How's it going, Fayed? Razzle Ray says, put on the Wiggler layered armor helmet. Nah. Tortoise says, bro, the Wrath armor is low defense. Beach says, wow. Snug says $100. It's not $100, guys. It's actually $5. Maybe we'll get a Deviljho. I do appreciate it though. Man, if it was $100, that'd be pretty wild. But that is it's a different currency, everyone. So everyone's currency works differently. Try not to become the Pickled Economist. I'll try. Hypertian says MX100 is only $5. Yes. People have currencies work very differently from each other. So like the yen is also kind of like that too, where a whole bunch of yen would equal $1. It's just very different. Where is he? Is he down in that lava again? Does he spawn in the same spot? Oh, here he goes. Somebody found him. I want to see my boy Bracadios. Heck yeah. Tyler Bettis says it should be good internet fund. Oh man. I'm gonna get the good internet. The damage seems kind of mediocre. The best meta armor for Sword and Shield is the Joe Cat set. Just wear Wiggler head. HP Blast says, I just found out that you were streaming Gameconomist and I missed most of it. That sucks, man. Those delayed YouTube, oh man. Delayed YouTube notifications. Oh, we already lost a chunk of white sharpness pretty fast. Ouch. Mink says, when will I get the squared rolled mighty ruler, massive PP Earth destroyer King Minx Magnus? Minx, you ready to be mod? Let's go ahead and smack this guy in the head. We're doing no damage to the legs now that his hit zones have changed. Orange Knight says, I feel like I've hunted down Pickled Joe way too many times for stream stones. I don't think he actually gives good stream stones. That's the funniest part. I think he gives kind of bad stream stones. Oh no, there's Feline Moxie. That was fast. I bet the bow actually does really well in this fight. See somebody using the bow. This seems like a fight where being able to dodge through the attacks would be really useful. Oh man, this is awful. Two, three. Is that KO? Ah, man. Alright, now we're about to lose Y sharpness. Two, three. There it is, back to blue sharpness. Remember to poke, that's right. What's he doing? Oh my gosh, he's going after Dodogama! No, Dodogama! I got lucky that got blocked. Alright, let's make sure Dodogama doesn't kill us this time. Don't do it, Dodogama. No, don't eat him again. He was just a boy. Did you, when you put a monster to sleep, you can also poison the monster with poison smoke bomb? Yes, I did know that one. I bet there's people who don't know that one, actually. I should add that one to the tips. 10 tips you don't know. I'm gonna make another one of those. Oh. Oh my god, dude. Just want to take this off already. Ouch. Dude, he moves so much. I should probably mount him soon. Ouch. Do you drink demon drug? That's right, kids, I do drugs. Oh man, I'm gonna die. That pierce damage. Is he exhausted? Yes, he is. Oh, you put 2 down? Okay. Alright, we have the dragon meat. Is he gonna eat it? He's exhausted, right? That's how it works, right? You put it down when he's exhausted? Yeah, somebody else put down dragon meat too. Did it work? Oh, it worked. He's going... Oh, what have you done, Valera? Oh my god, Valera. That was going to be a glorious wake-up attack. Ouch. Let's go ahead and eat. Tetsu was an interesting monster, but Berserk is a 10-10 fight. What? What are we talking about? God, dude. Just take a ton of chip. Get knocked all over the place. And struggle to deal damage because he's only got, like, a few decent hit zones. How's it going, Aaron Anime? Gameconomist, is your internet fixed now? No, it is not really. A service guy is still coming over tomorrow. So he's going to interrupt my stream, my usual streams. But what's going on is I went out and I bought a second router. So now my internet is working because apparently the router has stopped working from my internet provider. Because they gave me a crappy router, I'm sure. Probably gave me a 7-year-old router. They even told me it was a really good router when he installed it. He's like, yeah, this is like $1,000 router. Bet he lied out of his face. That's what they're supposed to do, you know? They're supposed to make you happy. Rather than telling you the truth, nope, this router sucks and it's going to last like 3 weeks. And then you're going to have to call us and schedule for a new router to come in. Try to break his face for everyone. Hey, there we go. There's the mount. Do I actually have to bring this guy down? I'm gonna hold on to him and just let my teammates do damage to him. Internet providers always give you crappy routers. You have probably been around 4 to 5 customers already. Always better to get a brand new one. God, dude. Is he moving too much for my teammates to do any damage? Poke in the face. Oh, I can't put down any more direct meat. That sucks. Anyone else put down direct meat? No? He's limping. Is he? He's not limping. I thought he'd be limping. People love Joe, but I've never found him or his varieties fun. I don't think I like him that much. I feel like he's kind of just a giant T-Rex with a funny looking head. Oh, he's running back here to eat the drugged meat. Is that right? He did. He ate the drugged meat. Oh! And his moves aren't particularly interesting or creative. Like the Ancient Leshen and Zenejiva, they have some really cool moves, but he's just like big, and that's it. That's his whole thing. He's just big. Ouch. Let's go ahead and heal. This is too risky. I'm gonna mute my mic. I got a cough. It's because I haven't eaten anything today. I need to eat something. What is it? It's already like 2:30 and I haven't eaten anything today. Come on over here, Deviljho. He's so close. There he goes. Let's see if we can capture him. Probably not. That'd be too easy. God, I can't use the freaking... Okay. He probably needs to be out of this mode first. No, Josh! Josh is dead. Oh no, I'm dead. I ran out of stamina. No guard up! No guard up, I ran out of stamina. Ugh. Ugh. Oh no, we're gonna hit the wall! He's definitely asleep now. I've got traps and I got drink bombs. Good job. Somebody else does too. Good job. Nice job. Da-da, da-do. Whew. Jump says, only problem I have seen with buying my own router is sometimes the ISP can't fix your problem over the phone because it isn't the same setup as they expected. Oh yeah, that's an interesting thought. Hey, we got a Wyvern gem again from this. What? We know Deviljho has his own gem, so that's gotta be from the Dodogama. That's so interesting. Snug says Lance is taking too long. I think I agree. Trying to think of what to use. I liked the light bowgun's thunder ammo. I actually thought that was pretty decent. Red Rex Rule says, I got one streamstone, epic. It's true though, isn't it? Epic rewards, everyone. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Category. Bow. Heavy bow gun. Let's do a heavy bowgun. I'm gonna do Griffin Bazooka on this guy. Wait, I've already got a Griffin Bazooka build. I bet it's gonna rock. I bet it's gonna be awesome. Do I not have a Griffin? I don't have a Griffin Bazooka build? Oh. I must have one somewhere. Here we go. Griffin Bazooka. That's with Part Breaker. We don't even need the Part Breaker. Wait, how did I do this? Guild Cross Circlet. Breaker Charm. Breaker, breaker. Non-elemental boost. Where do you have Divine Blessing? How about Tremor? Do I have Tremor? We already have Artillery as well. Do I not have Tremor? I don't think I have Tremor. Huh. Evade Window maybe. We'll do Rocksteady. Oh, baby. Here we go. This is going to be so powerful. And you're going to be like, whoa, that's so powerful. Why didn't you ever tell us it was so powerful, Gameconomist? We had no idea. Relish the moment. Heavy machine gun. Ming says, would it be cool if you could take out built-in skills for charms, but get a decoration slot that correlates to its decoration level? What? You mean decorations? But get a decoration slot that correlates to its decoration level. That would make the armor sets too powerful. I mean, you would just get an armor set that can hold the most, and that would be the most powerful set. So it would be... No, the system they have now is better, because it allows them to kind of control what you can and can't do. Didn't Ron just play with us? Ron, you can't do 2 in a row. I think Ron did just play with us, did he not? I can't remember. Run up here. Just like everything else, we'll have the Moxie once again. Three dragon resist. Honestly, it doesn't matter if we're blighted. Kitty, what are you doing, Kitty? Meow. You looking at me? What are you doing? Oh, she thinks because I'm talking to her that I want to hang out with her now. Cole says, why not Twitch streams? I don't know. Why not YouTube streams? Grey Sword Main says, could Ebony Dogo be a reference to Stygian Zinogre? Huh? Like the free element charm can go down to free element 1 and 2. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, I understand. I don't think they're going to do that. That would make the charm slot, like, even more powerful than it already is. No, that's a bad idea, because it would make the charm slot too, like, way too powerful. I think the method they have now is easier for them to balance. Did Crystal Burst work on this guy? Crystal Burst this guy. Didn't even think about it. Where is... He's just walking around with the Dodogama in his mouth. We want the best shot. That right there is a pretty meaty shot. Ooh, that's a meaty shot. Ah, 3 shots. That's not good. Alright, here's our Wyvern. 370 damage. Oops. Oh no, we actually hit him. You know what I think about that 370 damage? It sounds good. You can shoot your teammates if you don't like them. Oh, that missed. Go away, Dodogama. We saved you. I probably just shot him. No, I didn't actually. Is he wearing Rocksteady? Is that why? Nice. Ouch. Oh my god. He moves too much. Hard to get that nice Wyvern snipe shot off on him. The Wyvern ammo, though, is just doing great damage output, I would say. It's consistent 400. It doesn't really matter where you hit him. Oh, no. Oh, that was close. Alright, so the Rocksteady on. No, come on. Whew. We'll go refresh our ammo after the Wyvern snipe comes back once. Actually, we still have Rocksteady. Let's play until Rocksteady's gone. There we go, there's a fair shot. I noticed the shots aren't counting as crits though. Alright. Let's go grab some fresh ammo. Griffon Bazooka. Go ahead and reload that for free. Only thing about Flying Pinecone is his weapons. What if Wyvern Snipe can proc Spare Shot? That would be crazy. You know, having the mod for the Wyvern Snipe is actually a really good idea because there's so many monsters that are pretty much immune to the Wyvern Snipe because they don't have long bodies. So being able to target one part of the monster's body for really high damage is actually pretty good. It's a good fix to a problem. Go away, go away, go away. Are you kidding me? The freaking bugs. I'm using curse words. The insects blocking the Vespoids blocked my Wyvern Snipe. I didn't even look at them because I don't think anything of them. They're like, nah, you're gonna miss. Man, that's like 800 damage right there. Ah, darn, he's out of the range. Oh, he's over there exhausted. What a waste. There you go. Let's go ahead and reload. Where do I take the shot? He's so mad. She didn't respond to my text. Ouch. That's what I get for making fun of him. That's why the devil joke. Get down, Mr. President. That's right. Good old Moxie. Moxie OP. Oh, God. I don't know. I've become a huge fan of Moxie. Oh, good. That did land. Ouch. No, come back. Jump. So the Dragon Blight doesn't really affect me too much because my damage is all raw damage. It doesn't really bother me. Oh, I was hoping to shoot his head as he turned. Yeah, the Wyvern Snipe has actually not been working very well. I wonder if the Wyvern Heart would be smarter. I feel like Wyvern Snipe wouldn't be that much better, though. Ouch. How many shots is it? Oh my god, dude. He's so crazy. What is your favorite brute wyvern? Brachydios. I mean, we only have so many options. Not Devil Joe. Prepare to get carded. That's right. I probably should have just used the Temporal Mantle rather than being so stingy about it. I don't know why I didn't. God, I'm stingy. Alright. God dang, dude. There it is, Temporal Mantle. Let's go ahead and put this on. Don't go, don't go. Nice. Oh, really? Oh, he got knocked over entirely. The Gajalakas are here. Gajalaka time! We got him. Got him. That's a good shot, too. See if we can paralyze him. Yeah, he's paralyzed. Getting lots of damage out on him. You can actually knock your teammates over to save him from a move that you don't want them to be hit by. Did you know that? So if I shot them while he was doing that dragon attack, dragon breath, it could actually save him. Nice. He is a limpin'. That fight was much faster. I feel like the explosive damage from the wyvern shot was actually working a lot here. Oh, snap. Did he just run up here? Oh, my God. Cheater. Iceborne is cheating. What? Gajalak OP. That's right. Minecraft on PlayStation 4. What do you guys think? Should I do Minecraft later today? Get some Minecraft going. Nice job, everyone. Whew. I think that was the build that I thought was easiest so far, was just the Wyvern, not the Wyvern Ignition Impact, the Griffin Bazooka's heavy damaging Wyvern ammo. Of course, you could cluster bomb him, but not on a team. If you're on a team cluster bombing, you're going to knock all your teammates away. So if you're going to play on a team, the Wyvern ammo is actually much easier to aim. Durambros' Chad. Gameconomist never saw Durambros fly. Aw, sad. Woo, look at those stream stones. Alright, it is official. Oh, look at that. It is official. Using the fighting Pickled Deviljho, there's no point to it because he doesn't actually give out good stream stones. I wouldn't even say you get more gems than Tall Fangs, so you shouldn't fight Pickled Deviljho. Maybe I'll make a quick video out of that. Dauntless. Dauntless. Minecraft sounds fun. Dude, Dauntless. We'll log back into Dauntless for like one day. just a rip on it. Alright, that's the end of the stream. We're at 2 hours. I'm going to go ahead and stretch and take a break. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.